The sun hung high in the sky, casting a golden glow over Akinwale Village as the marketplace bustled with life. Traders shouted their wares, women balanced baskets of fresh peppers, men carried woven baskets filled with yams, and children darted through the stalls, their laughter ringing in the air. It was a day like any other. But beneath the everyday routine, tension simmered like a pot over an open fire. Everyone knew what was coming. At the heart of the marketplace, Adekunle, a young activist from Lagos, stood tall, his fist clenched at his sides. He had returned to his ancestral village after hearing of the king's latest decree. The land where the market stood would be seized and used to expand the royal palace. The land was the villagers' lifeline, the place where they sowed their harvests, the heart of their economy. Without it, they would have nothing. Beside him stood Baba Ojo, the oldest farmer in the village, his weathered hands gripping his wooden staff. His face, lined with years of hardship, was set in stone. Around them, men and women gathered, their eyes filled with a mix of fear and defiance. Then it happened. A cloud of dust rose at the far end of the market square as the king's warriors arrived, their horses galloping in, their blue and red tunics gleaming in the sunlight. At the head of the riders was Captain Ogunlana, a broad-shouldered man with a deep scar running down his cheek. His sword hung at his side, and his eyes burned with authority. A hush fell over the market. The villagers tensed. The battle for their land was about to begin. "You dare defy the king?" Ogunlana's voice ran across the square. "The land belongs to the people," Adekunle answered, stepping forward. His voice was steady, unyielding. "You have no right to take it." Ogunlana sneered. "The king's word is law. Move aside, or be removed." No one moved. Then Ogunlana's lip curled, and he raised his hand in signal. The attack came fast. The first warrior charged forward, swinging a club toward Adekunle's head. Adekunle ducked just in time, rolling on the ground before launching himself back to his feet. With a swift punch, he sent the attacker stumbling backward. Baba Ojo swung his staff with surprising strength, cracking it against another soldier's ribs. Chaos exploded. Women threw baskets of chili peppers into the eyes of the warriors, blinding them. Young boys launched stones with deadly accuracy, striking their foes in the face. Farmers wielded their hoes and machetes, turning their farming tools into weapons of resistance. Ogunlana drew his sword and slashed at Adekunle. Adekunle barely dodged the gleaming blade. He grabbed the wooden bench from a trader's stall and used it to block the next swing. The impact sent a jarring shock through his arms, but he held firm. With a roar, he swung the bench, knocking Ogunlana off balance. Then, with a well-aimed kick, he sent the captain sprawling into a pile of yams. The warriors hesitated. Their leader had fallen. Seeing their chance, the villagers surged forward with renewed fury. A butcher held a cleaver, missing a warrior's ear by inches. A blacksmith swung his hammer, shattering a shield. A group of elderly women grabbed an attacker and dragged him into a stall, beating him senseless with cooking spoons. Ogunlana, humiliated, scrambled to his feet, blood trickling from his lip. His men were losing. He knew it. He let out an angry growl and raised his hand. "Fall back." The king's men turned and fled, galloping out of the village as fast as they had arrived. As the dust settled, the marketplace erupted into cheers and victory cries. Farmers embraced one another, traders clapped their hands, and children danced around Adekunle. Baba Ojo stepped forward, resting a hand on Adekunle's shoulder. "We won today," he said, his voice calm but firm. "But the king will not stop. He will return." Adekunle wiped sweat from his brow, his jaw tightening. "Then we will be ready." As the sun set over Akinwale Square, the villagers knew the fight was far from over. But for now, their land was safe. For now, the people had won. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, follow, like and share with families and friends.